Every month, I hear from business owners who lost up to 40% of their leads overnight after migrating their website without an SEO plan. Don't make their mistake. Migrating a website doesn't have to mean losing organic traffic, not if you follow a tested process like Z1 that I've perfected after 12 years in SEO. I've had dozens of small business owners move their sites safely without losing rankings or leads. And after watching so many redesigns destroying months or even years of SEO efforts, I built a framework that protects your visibility before, during, and after migration. So, if you are planning your move, stick with me. I'll show you how to do it right. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to plan your migration so your rankings don't drop, what SEO checks you must perform before and after launch, and the one overlooked step that can protect your organic traffic permanently. Let's dive in. Migrating a website is a lot like moving houses. If you don't tell Google your new address, your visitors, and your rankings won't find you. I learned that the hard way myself. Many years ago, when migrating my own website from Squarespace to WordPress, I was enchanted by my new design, new colors, clearer layout. But I forgot one crucial thing. In SEO, even small details can ruin a migration, like forgetting about the fact that WordPress automatically generates pages for tags if not properly managed. The result? Multiple duplicates for all blogs. And consequently, my traffic dropped faster than you can say for author error. That experience taught me one lesson. Your technical SEO details, not your redesign, determine whether your business stays visible. But let's clarify first when website migrations are needed. When changing the CMS or platform, when changing hosting or server, when changing domains. Want a tested website migration checklist? Check the links in the description. Step number 1. Start with a pre-migration SEO audit. Before you even think about design tweaks or new layouts, your first mission is to protect your SEO foundation. Think of this as packing before a move. You wouldn't throw everything into random boxes and hope it survives, right? Start by crawling your current website using Screaming Frog or Sideboard. This gives you a full list of URLs, metadata, and broken links, basically your site's DNA. Export your Google Analytics and Search Console data to identify your highest traffic and highest converting pages. Those are your crown jewels, your most important digital assets. And you need to make sure they are carried over safely. Here's a not so funny story. A former client initially decided to skip this audit because their developer said, well, we'll just copy the pages. Sounds simple, right? Within weeks, their top ranking service pages, which used to bring in 30% of their leads, disappeared from search results. Why? Because the URL changed and there was no redirect. One missed link, thousands in lost revenue. I remember once a developer tried to convince me it's normal to have a traffic drop after a migration. No, it's not. So, before migration, know exactly what content is bringing traffic and leads, what URLs are indexed, and what needs preservation. This isn't busy work. It's insurance for your visibility. Step number 2, create a redirect map and double check it. Redirects are your website's lifeline during migration. They tell Google, hey, that old page, it's moved here now. Without them, Google and users hid dead ends, and every broken path drains your SEO authority. Build a 301 redirect map, matching every old URL to its new destination. Think of it like forwarding mail to your new house, but smarter, because Google notices every single one. I once consulted on a site migration where the team used 302 redirects instead of 301s, temporary instead of permanent. Within weeks, their ranking started tanking. A quick audit fixed it, but they lost weeks of momentum. Don't batch everything to the homepage. That's SEO suicide. Every redirect should lead to a relevant page. If you are merging pages or pruning content, make sure redirects point to the next best resource. Then, test the entire map with a crawler before launch. No broken link chains and no dead ends, no excuses. Step number 3, preserve on-page SEO elements. When you migrate a website, your content might move, but your ranking signals need to come with it. Titles, meta description, H1 tags, alt text, internal links. These are what tell Google who you are and why you matter. Here's the thing. Many developers treat these like decorations, not strategy. But if your old title tag said local SEO services that drive leads, and your new one just says our services, you've just thrown away your keyword targeting. Create a simple export-import spreadsheet listing every page, its metadata, target keywords, and internal links. During migration, cross-check this list like your life depends on it. I've seen redesigns with gorgeous visuals, but empty SEO shells. And beauty doesn't rank on Google. Pro tip, pay attention to structured data and canonical tags. If your old site had schema for reviews or products, make sure it survives the move. That microdata boosts your click-through rate, and losing it means losing traffic, even if rankings stays the same. Step number 4, test before launch on staging environment. Before going live, test your new site like it's a rocket launch. The worst thing you can do is press publish and hope everything works. You want a staging environment, a private sandbox where you can test redirects, links, and performance without breaking your live site. Run a full crawl to check for missing pages, duplicate content, or broken internal links. And please, 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 double check your robot's text file. More migrations fail because someone accidentally leaves disallow all turned on than you'd believe. Use Google's URL inspection tool to see how the search engine views your new site. Does it render correctly? Is the mobile experience smooth? Are meta tags visible? Every little test you do saves weeks of panic later. And don't forget page speed. If your new site looks amazing but loads slower than a Sunday morning, user will bounce and Google will notice. I always tell clients, testing isn't the final step. It's your safety net. Launching without it is like moving into a house without checking if the foundation's cracked. Step number 5. Monitor, measure, and fix quickly post-launch. Once your site goes live, it's time to put on your detective hat. The first 2 weeks after migration are crucial. This is when you'll know if your careful planning paid off or if something went sideways. Check Google Search Console daily for crawl errors and 404 pages. Keep an eye on traffic trends. If a once popular page suddenly drops, that's a signal something broke. Compare analytics from before and after launch, page by page. Revisit your redirect map and ensure the link equity is flowing properly. If you see referral traffic drop from a major backlink source, that's your cue to check if that redirect is working. I worked with a client who thought they'd nailed everything. Perfect design, solid redirects, but forgot to resubmit their XML sitemap. Within days, their index coverage plummeted. Once we resubmitted it and used Google's change of address tool, their rankings rebounded. And here's a mindset shift. Post-migration, it's not cleanup, it's optimization. Every problem you fix now tightens your system and strengthens your site for the long run. Download my website migration checklist from the link in the description to ensure you don't skip anything. Step 6. Communicate the migration to Google. You wouldn't move your physical office without telling your clients when to find you. The same thing here. Submitting your new sitemap is like sending Google your updated business card. Head to Google Search Console, submit the sitemap, and verify both the old and new properties if you change domains. Use the change of address tool to tell Google exactly what happened. That way, it transfers your ranking signals fast. Then monitor indexations daily. You want to see old URLs being replaced by the new ones in search results. That's your green light that Google understands your new structure. Pro tips for flawless migration. Now, these are the kind of small details that separate amateurs from pros. Update all internal links. Don't rely solely on redirects. Update the actual links in your menus, blog posts, and CTAs to point to the new URLs. You'll preserve crawl efficiency and reduce redirect chains. Pick a smart migration date. Never migrate during busy season or right before a campaign launch. Aim for the day in the week with the least traffic. For many businesses, that's usually Saturday. Update backlinks and ads. Reach out to websites linking to your old content and ask them to update their links if possible. Focus on high authority sites first. That's where most of your link equity lives. Also, don't forget your paid campaigns. Update all landing pages URLs to avoid wasting ad spend. These simple but strategic actions can make the difference between a smooth transition and a post-launch nightmare. Here is a case study from a recent migration I made. My client, a B2B SaaS, approved my recommendation to change their CMS and host, meaning to move their website from Wix to WordPress and change their host to SiteGround. The result, approximately 50% more organic traffic, 80% more impressions, and the average position 9 instead of 20 in 2 months after the migration. Want similar results with your migration? Check the links in the description. Once your migration is stable and your rankings are holding strong, don't stop there. The next step is turning your new website into a growth machine. In my next video, I'll show you exactly how to create a content strategy that outperforms your pre-migration results. Because a successful migration isn't just about keeping your traffic. It's about setting up your next wave of growth. Click the next video right here. Let's make your new site the strongest version of your brand yet. Because when you migrate the right way, traffic doesn't just stay, it grows.